Hello and welcome to Knit in the City. I am Rebecca and I'm here in my lush garden, as I like to call it. It is a lovely warm August day, but there actually is a little bit of a nip in the air, so you can feel autumn coming along. And I am starting to warm up to wool again. I'm not as excited as I was last year, but I think that summer has been lingering a bit more this year. But I mean, it's just around the corner. I'm going to be super excited very soon. Today I am doing a monthly roundup of August, and I will talk about what I have been knitting, what I have been planning for the next month, and all of my rogue cast-ons. I'm now back to the normal amount of rogue cast-ons again. So I've been a bad girl. I am wrapping up my summer knits. I'm thinking to bring them with me into September. So September will be a bit of some summer knits, some autumn knits, and it's going to be all exciting nonetheless. I have actually gone back to sock knitting after years of just feeling so sick of them. So I will be talking a little bit about that. That's enough of a preamble. Let's dive into the projects. I've actually finished 3 things in August, and we do have a few days left of this month. So there is a chance that I will finish one more. We will see. So the first thing that I finished in August was the Kora top by Laine, quite early in the month actually. And it is this lovely piece. It is knit from the bottom. No, it's not knit from the bottom up. It's knit from the top down, and you start with this lovely lace border. That is really fun to knit. I mean, this actually looks really lovely. The color is a bit muted because of no sun. It is a little bit more pink than you see it here. It's kind of like almost flesh toned, but not so close to my flesh that it looks weird. I have been wearing this a lot actually. I've also been washing it. I knit this in Sandnes Line, and I mean, actually this came out the perfect length. This is not a top that is too short. However, after washing it, because you can just throw this in the washing machine, which is what I did, it does shrink up after washing. It's still fine, but it was better before. I mean, it's not tight at all, but it is a little bit shorter now after washing than it was before, and it is a little bit shorter than I would have liked it to be. But I mean, with wear, it's probably gonna, this is what the cotton does. It shrinks up and then it hangs out and shrinks up and this whole cycle. But in the end, when you washed it enough, it's gonna just relax, and then it doesn't shrink back up as much. So this has an Italian cast-on, which is not as annoying as the Italian bind-off, but it still requires you to concentrate. After this lace border, it's just really simple stockinette. You have a 1-1 rib around the armholes and at the bottom of the top, and these are all finished with an Italian bind-off, as you can see. So I highly recommend this pattern. It's very flattering with this boat neck, and I mean, it looks good on all kinds of bodies, and I have been wearing it a lot, like I said. So I think, I mean, for next year's review of my summer knits of 2025, I think this is gonna get a high score. The next thing I finished was a birthday present for my daughter, and this is the Fortuna top. She actually, I mean, this is supposed to be the same length, both back and front, but I managed to do one of them a little bit longer, as you can see here. And I have sewed the straps down on this lower side. So to me, this was the back, but she wears it like, she wears, I mean, what am I saying now? The higher end is supposed to be the back, just because that's where I sew down the straps. But she wears this as the front, like with the side that is a little bit higher she wears in the front. But that doesn't matter because they're actually supposed to be the same. And my sewing is not horrible, so I guess it works. This little thing is from the Sari Nordlund book Summer Knits that I ordered in June, and I got it by the mid-August, I think. So I had planned to knit a few things from this book, but then it came so late, and so I had started a lot of other things before. But when I started looking through it, I got so excited. So, I mean, I have a few rogue cast-ons from this one, and this is actually one of them. This was a really quick knit. This is an Aran weight yarn. This is, I'm not really sure what this is. This is from the bottom of my stash. It's a cotton yarn that has some kind of elastic fiber, man-made fiber. I don't know what it is because I don't have any ball bands left of this. I think it's a Rowan yarn. I don't think they sell it anymore. I can see if I can find it, and then I will pop it in the description box, but probably not. Unless I have it in my stash on Ravelry. Yeah, well, we'll see. I never thought I would use this yarn, so I am really happy about this. I had 4 balls and I used like 3.5. And this is the smallest size because she's tiny. And you start at the top and knit the back and front, back and forth. And then after you do some increases, and then you just knit the whole thing in the round. It has a 1-1 rib. It's a regular bind off, nothing messy. And then you just pick up stitches for the straps towards the end, and they are I-cord straps. And this really neat armhole edge is just like you slip a few stitches and then you get this niceness. You don't have to pick up any stitches around the armholes later on. So it's like a really fun quick knit. The next thing that I finished in August is, I mean, I am calling this the Sailor Swift top, but this doesn't have a lot in common with the Sailor Swift top. And as you can see, I haven't sewn in any ends or blocked anything, so it rolls a lot here. You start at the back, you knit back and forth, then you pick up for the straps, knit them back and forth. I mean, these straps are supposed to be a lot shorter, but I wanted a bit more of a scoop neck for this one. Scoop! So I made them a lot longer. Then you just cast on stitches here and start knitting in the round. And this is finished with a 1-1 rib and an Italian bind off, which I kind of regret now because, I mean, this one I would have liked to be longer. Why do we always end up here? So I am quietly in my mind thinking to maybe pick this up, add another 2 stripes, like 1 blue and 1 red, and then do the whole thing over again. But I mean, unraveling an Italian bind off is not something you're eager to do. So we will see, we will see. I will sew in all of the other ends. This one also has I-cord around all of the openings, the armholes, the neckline. I don't really mind doing I-cord, but you have to pick up all of these stitches, so it does take you a while. Yeah, we'll see what happens with this. Those are the finished pieces. The things I had decided to work on for August was the Kora top and the Summer Lace Wavy Cami by Friday Knits. I mean, my English is really weird today. I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening. But this is the Wavy Lace. I can never say this. The Wavy Lace. No. The Summer Wavy Lace Cami. And I have knit on this in August, but not a lot, as you can see. This is very repetitive. It only has 4 rounds that you repeat over and over and over again. And I thought it was real fun in the beginning, but after a while it just gets tedious and I wanted to do other things. The yarn I have used here, I know what it is. This is colorful Fraya, which is 100% cotton yarn. As you can see, this is knit from the bottom up, and you're supposed to do some bust shaping when you get that far. The straps for this one is really thin, and I am planning to make them a bit wider so that they would hide my bra straps. I mean, nothing much has happened to this. I mean, I guess I've knit like this much, so not much more to say. I think I have 6 balls of yarn of this one, so I think I'm going to have leftovers, which is a little bit annoying, but we will see what to do with that. Okay, the next one was the Sailor Swift that I finished, and then we have the brass-up dress, and I am so annoyed with this. It's probably me, but I don't know. I had planned to finish this in August. That's not going to happen. I only had 10 balls of yarn for this one, and the pattern said that that would be enough for my size, but I mean, this is like a tunic length at the moment, and that's not what I want. And this is the yarn that I have left. Like, yeah, you can see that this is Drops Paris, which is like a really nice summer yarn, to be honest. This is 100% cotton. It has a lot of strands. Let's see how many. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 strands, but it's still not splitty. I can actually knit with this yarn while watching TV and not get snags. So that's great. This is a very simple construction. You start with the backs and front and knit them back and forth, and then at the armholes you start knitting in the round. It's a very simple slip stitch pattern over here. Now this is where the round ends, so like this. But since I didn't have much yarn, I thought I would just make the straps and the edgings first, and then see how much I have. Maybe I have one more ball lying around somewhere. I think I might. But yeah, so I knit this one. You start here. This is a double knitting. You have to pick up stitches around the armhole. Then you knit all of this, and then you get here and you knit that onto those picked up stitches here. Then I went to do this on the other side. I mean, I didn't read the pattern that closely. So when I get here, this is where they're supposed to attach, and that doesn't work, because then, I mean, it's just slanting the wrong way. So I would have to knit it like, I'm sorry, you can't, like this, and that doesn't work. You have to knit it like this to be able to do it, and then it's going to turn the wrong way. And the sick thing is that I started knitting here and going that way, and then I had that exact problem. So then I thought I have to start from this side, and I'm still having the same problem. I don't know if I'm just really stupid or like something just went wrong in my brain and I just can't get out of this place. I read the instructions several times. Nothing works. So what I'm thinking to do now is just start knitting this part over here, and then when they meet, maybe I can graft them together. I don't know, but I feel hatred towards this dress at the moment, so it has to just stay in the naughty corner for a while longer. Okay, that was the rant. Over to something a bit more fun, and that is, let's see, oh, my new cast-ons, and they didn't happen at all, because I had planned to cast on my favorite things knitwear's dress number 1. So dreamy. I even had the yarn. It's here. This is Drops Belle in this lovely blue color. Would have been perfect for this dress, but I bought 12 balls because I thought that's what the pattern said to buy for my size. I checked the pattern again, and think that I read that wrong. And I also don't think that I can knit a whole dress with these like Belle sleeves. Yeah, this is the blouse number 1. I think you may recognize it. With just 12 balls of yarn, because I mean I think that this one took 8, if I'm not mistaken. I will check that. So, and then I have this lovely book that I was thinking to review actually. I bought it with my own money. But I don't know, it's so late in the summer now, so maybe next year if people are still interested. So what I did instead was I cast on the Aurora dress that I had planned to cast on earlier, and I can show you the picture from the book. Here it is. Can you see that? It's just a plain stockinette dress, and it has this lovely little lace border all around the neckline. And here she is. It's a quite simple lace pattern. So you knit all of these little triangles, like you make 4 triangles from the top, and then you just put them all together and start knitting in the round. And then for the back and front, you keep knitting this little tip here, and then under the arms, because you've added a few stitches here, it just stops here. And this is a really fun knit. The thing with this was that when I got here, I have made a mistake in the chart. I have 1 stitch less than I was supposed to have. And that, I mean, that's an easy fix. I haven't even gone back and checked what went wrong. So, but then I showed this book to the girls, and then they were like, I want this, I want this, I want this. So my youngest really liked this cover one. And I also had 4 balls of Sandnes Mandarin naturell, which is the sport weight one, or DK weight. It has 130 meters on a 50-gram ball. So call it what you want. And 4 balls of that yarn weight is not going to be enough for me to make anything for myself, unless it's like a scarf or something like that. Which, I mean, I don't really need a cotton scarf. So I started making this for her. And this has kind of the same construction as the Aurora dress. You knit these 2 triangles, but then the back is straight. So you just make a small back piece where you make some increases. Then you put all of this together, you knit in the round for a little bit. Then you bind off and pick up stitches from the bind off to get this ruffle. And now I have actually, I have turned the hem. Like there is a row of purl stitches here, and then you just knit for like a few centimeters, turn it in and sew it, so you get this really nice edge here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. I think you can. It's a little bit blurry, but yeah. So this is the one that I may be able to finish in August. So, and then it will be a 4th project for August. And as you can see, these are, I made a, this is a Judy's Magic cast-on, but you can do any provisional cast-on that you like. So then you just pick these up and knit the straps, which you then sew to the back. I feel like I'm really all over the place now. My morning coffee just was very potent, I guess. Okay, that was my 3rd rogue cast-on, if you haven't been counting. I have a 4th one, but I don't feel bad because it is actually a sock. And this is my favorite sock pattern. It's the Snowshoe Sock by Emily Foden. And this only happened because my daughter was wearing one of, I have 3 pairs because I love this sock so much. It's not the best sock to wear in shoes unless they're a bit big, because you knit this with 2 strands of fingering weight sock yarn, and it makes this lovely pattern. I really like to use a self-striping yarn together with a solid one. This is a Panduro yarn. This is like a hobby store, a Swedish, I think it's Swedish. I'm not sure, we have it in Sweden. And they do have a small range of yarn. This is just your average sock yarn. It is 75% wool, 25% polyamide. Then I also have this. This is a West Yorkshire Spinners. It's their signature 4-ply solid. A lot of words. And I hold these together because look, they just work really well together. And when she told me she wanted a sock like this, what am I to do? I have to start knitting. And I actually really enjoy knitting socks like these. So with these 2 strands, you knit them on a 3.5mm needle, and this is just a really quick knit, which is lovely. And hopefully I'll be able to finish them right in time for cold weather. I mean, I probably could finish them sooner, but there are just so many things on my needles. And I don't want to bring a lot of summer knits into the autumn. I mean, I do put them away. If you watched my last episode, I told you about a neat trick that I use, and that is that I divide my knits into summer and winter knits, or like spring, summer, autumn, winter. And when the season is over, all of the whips I put away and they don't count anymore. So I still have a lot of whips, but that's one way to make them less numerous. You may think that that's cheating, but that's what I do and I feel really good about it. Okay, so the sock knitting. And that also made me feel like picking another thing up. And that is the sock design that I have been working on for years, which is ridiculous because it's a very, very simple design. And I have showed it before because I wanted to have it up on Ravelry last year. That didn't happen. So I have knit, it's very simple. It's just a knit and purl pattern. I am knitting this in a Sandnes yarn that I can't remember the name of right now. It's a sock yarn that is a little bit thicker than your average sock yarn. I think it has like 170 meters per ball, something like that. And they're 50-gram balls. So I am making 3 sizes. This is the smallest one. It's not a child size, but it's like a 35 to 37, something like that. I have all the measurements somewhere. Then it's the middle size. That was the one that I had just started on, but it's not finished. This is the finished. They do look a bit smaller, but they are very. This one fits my foot. I am a size 41. And then the biggest size is the one that I'm working on now. And I am thinking to finish one of each, and then, because I wasn't planning on having a test knit thing, because I just felt like I'll just put it up for free and it's going to be fine. But then there was a viewer who said she wanted to test knit them, so maybe I will have a test knit. We'll see. But this is nearly finished, so I will keep you updated on this. It doesn't have a name yet, but I guess that's the easy part. So these are, as you can see, cuff down. I work a heel flap and gusset because I have a high instep, so short row heels really don't work for me. And then just like a regular toe. Nothing fancy. Okay, so the sock knitting is back on again, which feels great. So maybe I can pick some of my sock UFOs back up. That, I mean, they have a couple of years on them, so it would be great if I could finish them. Okay, that is all that I have been knitting on in August. It's quite a pile actually. And now I will take you all the way into September and tell you a little bit about my plans for that month. And like I said, I really want to keep knitting on some of these because they still feel exciting. And as you can see, the sun is shining brightly, so it's not going to bother me. I am also going to pick some of my UFOs back up. I don't have them with me at the moment, but I can put pictures. And the first UFO is my sweater number 20, and I have actually finished the body, which feels great. So I feel like this is going to be finished in time for winter, definitely. It's a very thick, warm sweater, and it's going to be lovely to wear. I am knitting it in a combination of Drops Kidsilk and Drops Daisy, which is a really nice yarn actually. It's a non-superwash merino wool, so these yarns are both very soft. And I love all these cables. And I mean, you know how much I love my favorite things knitwear. I think she's an amazing designer. Her patterns are very easy to read, very easy to follow. I never have any problems. So I am actually really excited to pick this back up. The second one is the Storm sweater for my oldest daughter, which I made a mistake on. So I've done the back and both of the fronts, but one of the fronts is longer than the other one because I missed an increase, or maybe I just started the increases too late. So I have to just rip that out and do it over, and that's why it has been lying around for quite some time. And also summer, of course. Then I also want to knit a bit on my August cardigan. I think, yeah, I have finished the body. I've actually started one of the sleeves. This one I am oh, I forgot to tell you that I am knitting the Storm sweater in Adlibris Nordic, which is 100% wool yarn, which is really nice. And it's also very affordable in this pretty rhubarb pie color. It's like a dusty pink. Yeah, the August cardigan, the Johanna Gerisch pattern, is, I've started on the first sleeve. This one is a bit tight because of the cables, but I am hoping that I can block this baby out once I'm finished. I'm knitting it in Sandnes per Gynt, and I actually bought the yarn to make a Billy pullover, the Sari Nordlund pattern that is like so pretty with all the cables. I started knitting it. There was something there that just didn't add up, so I had to rip it out, and then I was just too discouraged to start over. But I think that the Per Gynt is a really nice round yarn that deserves to be knit up in some kind of texture to really show its great qualities. So that's why I picked this cabled cardigan for that. And then I also want to knit on my Eun sweater, which is a very simple raglan sweater knit from the top. It has a turtleneck. I am knitting this holding Drops Kidsilk and Drops Flora together, so this is going to be quite warm, even though both of these yarns are like thin yarns. And I'm hoping that this will be a real wardrobe staple. It has like a really wide hem, and it has slits on the sides, and I think that looks really nice. So looking forward to picking that back up. I mean, it's a very simple knit, you don't have to look at it, so that's good. That is a good resting knit, I guess. And then the last one is the Nordic Bloom vest, which is almost finished. The only thing I have to do is the Italian bind off around the whole neck and the sides, and I've had a lot of trouble with that because I'm knitting this in Rauma finull, which is a very frail yarn. Like when you're knitting it, it's fine, but if you're doing an Italian bind off and you just pull the yarn through, it just breaks. So, and I mean, maybe if you just do it right the first time, it might not happen. But I had to do it over so many times because I got little holes that were really unattractive. You don't want that on the front of your vest. So, I mean, I just had to pick it out. Like, I don't know, maybe 5 times I've picked it out because of these stupid holes. So the yarn broke and I just threw it in the naughty corner and I haven't touched it since. But I'm thinking to just splice a new piece of yarn onto that and just keep going. And I mean, it was such a long time ago. I almost forgot about the troubles. So that one I really want to finish in the month of September because it's ridiculous. Okay, and then I have a few whips that I want to continue working on. and that is the Aurora dress, this one. And I mean, I'm still going to be able to wear this if I have like tights and a cardigan on top. I can wear it into the autumn. I also want to finish the stupid dress-up dress. And I will keep knitting on the snowshoe socks, of course, because this is a whip. And then the rest of the summer knits, I mean, of course, I hadn't started the Fortuna when I made my September plan. I'm obviously going, if I haven't finished this in August, I'm obviously going to finish this in September. That's a promise. What I really want to have finished in September is these socks, not because she's going to need them in September, she obviously won't, but just because it's a really quick knit and I don't want another sock lying around becoming a UFO. The dress-up dress, I either have to finish it or just like forget all about it. So I'm gonna go for finish. Okay, that is all that I had today. I hope you're having an equally lovely day as I do, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye!